So guys, you guys see here I have my 3 cultures of vinegar eels I ordered from eBay. I'm going to be showing you guys how I set it up and the best way I think is possible and the easiest way. If you guys are interested in that, I'm going to put down the link below where I got them from. I'm not going to say they're the best or the worst because I don't know yet, but here we go. As you see here, I'm cutting open one of the containers of apple cider vinegar. You want it with the mother, basically with pulp. You don't want it without. I got these from the dollar store. This should still work, but all I did was add half of one bottle to another empty bottle that I had. That's also going to be filled up to halfway. So I'll have half apple cider vinegar, and I'm also going to be adding water, dechlorenated water. I really just put in tap water and then I added prime, and that should dechlorinate the water. But as you see here, I'm fixing it a little bit. And I'm measuring, see if they're pretty much half. And then I'm going to be adding the, what do you call? I spilled a little bit, so I'm picking that up. But you want to make sure you add water to it. You don't want to add just straight vinegar, apple cider vinegar. I think it's a little too strong. I might be wrong, but I know half works. I've seen many people do it, and that's not a problem. You can kind of see the label there. It's just apple cider vinegar. You want it with the pulp again. That's very important, or whatever you call it, unmothered or mothered, whatever you want to call it. I don't remember the name. I'll put down a link on Amazon if you want to order some. These are just the cheapest ones that I found, and I saw it and I said, you know what, I should make a video out of this, and I could also feed my fish. So here I grabbed one of the cultures. All I did was cut it open, and then I dumped them straight into one of the containers, and I'll add water after. But there's no, not like fish where you have to let it sit and let it acclimate. I just dumped them straight in. They're both room temperature because the package has been sitting in my house. And the apple cider vinegar has also been sitting in my house. Not to say I don't know if the temperature will affect them that much. I know you're supposed to store them in a cool location. But I forgot to mention, the whole point I wanted vinegar eels was to feed my fry. Angelfish fry, guppy fry. Not really guppy fry, but fry that really need like live foods and stuff like that, like brine shrimp. Instead of using that, I'll have these cultures, and these will be set for at least a year. But as you see here, I'm adding the water. I might have over poured a little bit. I would recommend to lower it a little less. You don't want it all the way to the top because I end up spilling it in the end. But you see me struggling over there, taking off the cap, and now I'm going to add more water to that one as well. And then you're going to see me, after I fill it up, add some vinegar eels from one of the cultures. They're not too expensive, and these are supposed to get bigger. I did forget to add the apple. I added the apple after I recorded. I don't know why. But you wanted to cut up a little chunk of apple and throw it in there. It's basically what they're going to eat. They do need a heat source, and you do not want to cap it with anything hard. You need airflow in there, but you also don't want mosquitoes. So I'll show you what I do at the end of that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. I think I'm going to cut the video. I'm going to fast forward the video for right now and then wait till we see that part. Gonna add, if you're watching up until now, drop a like and subscribe to see more videos like this. So you see here, I've got some paper towels. I did one and I forgot to show you how I did it really, but all I ended up doing was cutting a piece of paper towel and placing it over it. You don't need a big piece of paper. And then I also use a rubber band. This is what here, as you can see, is where I mentioned do not, overfill it, because I just got that whole paper towel wet and that was a pain. And I was looking at that one, I was seeing why did that one not spill, and I realized that I didn't fill it up to the tippy top. So I went to go and add a little bit of the one I had in there, and the one I had on my right side, your left, to the one on my left, your right, so I can stop that from happening. But again, I use a paper towel, tie a rubber band over it to make sure it gets still, make sure it stays on. The whole purpose of that is not to let mosquitoes drop their eggs, not let any flies and stuff like that get inside of it, because we don't want them in there. And you see I do that to all 3 of the containers, and now you're pretty much done. As long as you don't forget to add the apple slice in there like I did. I had to end up removing all that and placing that inside. But once you finish that, all you have to do is place it in a dark, cool place, and they'll be good to go for a long time, until you see the fact that the apple is gone. You might need to add another one, but other than that, you should be fine. My next video is going to be me actually culturing these guys, so stay tuned.